Hello, welcome to the week ahead. So just in terms of the main events this week, the key focus will very much be on that FOMC meeting on Wednesday. So all eyes for the race will be very much on the presence or the non-presence of that key patient phrase. So just in terms of the phrase, if the word patient includes in the statement, then this means the Fed would be unlikely to lift off rates for at least a couple of meetings. So therefore, if the phrase is removed, then it could very much leave the option of June rate lift-off on the table. However, ultimately, we also like to see the Fed restate that any adjustments to monetary policy will very much still be data dependent. But also for the release, we'll also see the economic summary of projections. That'll be something interesting to watch, given the recent difference between what the market's outlook is and what the Fed's outlook is for rate lift-off. So the dot plot will be very much one to watch there. And just in terms of the market reaction, so should we see a removal of the patient phrase, that we could see some particular steepening in the US curve, particularly at the front end, as well as some strength in the US dollar. However, if the patient phrase remains in the statement, then we could see some upside in equities and a weaker dollar, as participants potentially take the possibility of June rate lift-off off the table. So this could be very much a key theme for the week, something definitely to watch out for there. Then across the pond in the UK, the focus for us this week will be on the budget statement from UK Chancellor Osborne. This will be the last one before the general election in May. So just in terms of the actual release, I'm not expecting any too many significant reforms. However, one to watch could be UK oil names, as we could see the UK government out some policies just to relieve the burden of the fall in oil prices, which has very much affected the sector, and UK insurers could also be one to watch given the potential changes for the way in which annuities are paid. So something to watch out for here. But just in terms of the actual reaction, there might actually be a bit more of a political focus given that we are heading to that May general election. So some of the opinion polls after the race could be very important, as if the budget is well received, then we could see the Conservative Party open up a lead, which would be very good for political certainty at least. However, if it is a bit of a disappointing budget, then we could see a bit of a closing of the gap for the Conservatives, and as such a bit of political uncertainty which could potentially weigh on UK asset classes. And then separately, of course, one thing just not to forget about is Greece. So last week we did see the beginning of technical discussions between Greece and their European counterparts, so they will continue throughout the week. But one thing just to bear in mind for Greece is that they need to find 2.7 billion euros of funding before the end of the month, and that includes this Friday's payment to the IMF, so that's 1.2 billion euros, which they will need to repay this Friday. So any potential successes or potential hurdles for Greece in the negotiation process could be very much a key focus for European asset classes. Nonetheless, that's all from me, and I hope everyone has a fantastic week.